Okay. Go live. Hey! Hey Hacksters, welcome to MCU Monday. It is another week, and we have a cool new toy for you. Very excited about this. We have an Arduino MKR Vidor 4000 in the office, courtesy of the fine folks at Arduino. So, we've covered this before, but this is the first time that we have one in the office, so it's especially exciting. If you're curious about what this is, it is the first FPGA board from Arduino. It has a SAMD21 chip on it, as well as an FPGA chip, which is an Intel Cyclone 10. Very exciting. So you can see all the specs of this on the Arduino website, of course. Just look for the Arduino Vidor 4000. It says you can configure it the way you want. You can essentially create your own controller board. So, you know, if you're frustrated about the number of analog or digital pins or whatever that your, a different board comes with, you can basically rewire it to be whatever you want and have whatever pins you want using different software. For example, a hardware description library. So let's see, it comes loaded with hardware and potential, an 8 megabyte SRAM, a 2 megabyte QSPI flash chip, 1 megabyte, blah, 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 blah. You can rate it yourself, honestly, and you probably should, because I want to get started playing with this. I cheated a bit and already played around with it just to make sure that we could get it working and show you something cool. There's documentation, you can get the schematic as a PDF, that's pretty cool, blah, blah, blah. Can you tell I've been messing around with this all day trying to get it to work? We had an awesome article from Alistair Allen, our contributor, back in May, when they first announced this at Maker Faire Bay Area, at which point I got a video of it working, doing something pretty cool. So while you check out the Hackster blog and look for that, I'm going to show you this, which is a video that I took at Maker Faire, showing the Vidor, which has a built-in camera connector and micro HDMI port. Spoiler alert, those are kind of annoying to find. And it has a QR code reader application that they've released for it. You can plug a monitor and camera directly into this board. Isn't that wild? It's very wild. It's extremely wild. So anyway, this is like it. This is the Arduino is running this, is showing this on the monitor. And then you can see it here plugged into the little stand there. It's got power going into it, and then it's got the HDMI monitor and the camera coming out. The camera connector is on the top, you can see there. It also has Bluetooth and Wi-Fi, which is pretty cool. Yeah, super exciting. Let's move on. So this is my own go at running the Vidor. So it is here, as in their demo. I've got, well, I don't have a camera connected to it yet, but I do have power running in, and I've got HDMI micro to regular HDMI adapter here, and then just an HDMI thing plugged in here. It's plugged into the monitor. This is a demo where it just draws the Arduino logo on your monitor, and it seems to be working just great. So I tried getting this up and running with the Arduino IDE, but even though I'm on the most recent version of the Arduino IDE and all my libraries and stuff are up to date, I was getting these errors that it couldn't find sam.h. And then when I gave it that, it couldn't find samd.h. And then I couldn't find samd21.h. And then it couldn't find, it's this cascade of awful. So I ended up using the Arduino web editor for actually the first time, because I tend to prefer to have everything on my machine. But the wonderful thing about using the web editor is that you don't have to worry about dependencies, which is the part of software that I hate. I absolutely hate messing around with dependencies and, doing that whole, like, wild turkey chase, wild goose chase, that is trying to get stuff working. So, in the web editor, all you gotta do is pick your Vidor board and port from here. It actually automatically selected that once I had the Vidor plugged in. Side note, I am using USB-C ports because I'm on a new MacBook Pro, and so it doesn't want to go through a hub, or my hub is faulty, so I just have an adapter here that's USB A to C, and that works for it to detect the Vidor. So then you go to the side here where they've got sketchbook, examples, library, monitor, etc. And I went to examples, and there's built-in and there's from libraries. So I chose the built-in series and then down to here to 7 where it says display, and then, oh, if I search for Vidor, come back, wherever you were. There we go, Vidor graphics, cool. I guess it wasn't under display, but it's here. Now there's a bunch of them for some reason. It may not, my command of this system is not yet perfect, but under here I found the draw logo example, and that's what I'm running here on the monitor. So I've got this plugged into my computer still, and what I want to try doing is see if this camera that I have from the Raspberry Pi will plug in to the Vidor. I kind of doubt it, but we'll find out. Like, it seems to be the same. I'm doing this very roughly because I should probably just look this up, but I want to just try plugging it in, and it seems to be the same number of pins and everything, so maybe everything will explode. You know, for the record, you know, we've got evidence of this thing working, so I can sort of mess around now at this point, I think. So I'm going to plug this. Oh boy, that's special. Hey, we're back. That's good. I think it just rebooted. I should probably have unplugged the board before I did that. So here's the enable cam sketch. If there's errors, then show the errors, blah blah blah. Power on. Hopefully. Wait, okay, yeah. Where's the serial monitor? That's a thing that I can see here somehow. I'm gonna pull it up. Oh, here we go. Serial port temporarily busy. You're not busy. You're doing one thing. Well, I'm gonna try. Oh, maybe it's busy with the other sketch or something. I don't know. So it's gonna be at 9600. So let's try uploading this and see what happens. And if this works, then I'm gonna try the QR code example. Oh, network error when attempting to fetch resource. What does that mean? That's actually, I've never seen that error before, huh? Wait, now it says it's uploading again. So maybe it's just like my computer had a problem trying to access something online? That's my guess. Flashing with this command. I'm not getting feedback. Get port list. It still says that it's flashing, so I'm gonna hope that it's gonna do something. My Arduino in the meantime is still showing the Arduino logo on the monitor. Okay, I'm gonna go and like look up this camera thing because it may be the wrong type of camera. I was just hoping that it would work straight off, but we'll find out. So under the tech specs on here, it tells me what kind of, so MIPI camera connector. And I'm just gonna like see if they've got that. You can look at this logo while I look that up. It does seem that, okay, yeah, Raspberry Pi has a mobile industry processor interface, aka MIPI, camera serial interface, type 2, CSI-2, blah blah blah. So it does seem to be the same type of camera. I could be lying, could be wrong, but it seems to be the same one. So maybe it's just a problem with the Arduino or the network. I'm going to try flashing this one more time and hope that that network thing... Oh no, still says network error when attempting to fetch resource. Curses. I'm going to reload this whole thing and also unplug and replug in the Arduino and hope that something happens. Did I mention this was an experiment? This is what happens. So the board comes with the blink sketch loaded on it, the blink example, and that blinks this LED here, which is user controllable. This one is green when you have it plugged in via USB. It's not on when you plug in a LiPo battery, which you can plug in here via this JST connector. Over here you have the U-Blocks wireless module, which you don't ever want to touch or like pull on or anything. Here's the FPGA chip. Let's see if we can focus on that. Come on, focus. Kinda. Oh, yeah. Anyway. And let's give this one more try, huh? Because I really want this to work. So let's go back. My monitor is saying, you're not on the right resolution, but that's fine. So it's detected the Vidor again. Let's search for an example. And if not, we'll try another example from the Vidor. So it can draw the logo, it can enable the camera, it can do, what is encoder? Shows how to use the encoder IP in MKR Vidor 4000. Quadrature encoders are a very common way to detect position and speed of a moving part, like a DC motor. Okay, I don't think I have one of those lying around. But maybe we can do this one and it won't complain about the network. Please, 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 please. Come on. Oh, so far so good. Oh. And I'll look up that error, by the way, after we close this video, because I don't, oh no. Exit status 1. Wait, exit status 1. Does that mean error or does that mean invalid option -I or -I? Huh. Well, we're definitely getting some errors. This is unfortunate. So it is running on this SAMD beta architecture, not just straight up SAMD, which some other boards run on. For example, I would assume that the Adafruit Metro M4 Express beta board runs on just straight up SAMD because it's this SAMD 51 chip. Well, I'm getting a bunch of errors. At least we know that we can draw a logo, and that's nice, and we can blink an LED and stuff. But I need to like dig into this some more so we can check it out. So in the meantime, since this isn't being nice to us, I've put links to a bunch of resources for the Vidor 4000 in the description to this video. So there's a getting started page that's going to be really useful and describes a bunch of stuff: micro HDMI connector, MIPI camera connector, Wi-Fi and BLE, etc. Oh, we could try some other like maybe Wi-Fi things. But I really want to try out the stuff that's special to the Vidor. Oh, so sad. They have the QR recognition code up on the site. Oh, they have a specific brand of camera they want you to use maybe too. But that wouldn't be causing the errors that we saw. I'm going to look those up afterwards. Then we have FPGA HDL basics, which tells you sort of about how to make the FPGA do what you want it to, because it's separate. It's similar in process, but different from programming, in that instead of giving it software to run, you're basically wiring components together inside of the chip, so that like different pins have different functions. Instead of just telling those pins what to do, you're telling them what to be, which is really cool. And it makes stuff happen much faster because, those pins can all be doing stuff in parallel, while this pin's doing something, this other one's doing something else, and it's not being controlled by software, so it doesn't have to be, it's not like there's no bottlenecks. Like you have when you're just running through a CPU. So yeah, there's a bunch of cool stuff in here that I have not yet read through all of it because there's a lot. Let me just show you how much of a lot there is. And a lot of this is code examples, so it's not really that much, but it's still kind of a lot. And then there's also a cool sounding one, the audio frequency meter library, which of course you would need a microphone. But This will work with, you know, the Zero, the Maker Zero, or Maker 1000 boards, for example. This is also based on a SAMD architecture, so it should work on the Vidor to sample an analog input signal and get back its frequency. And I've got some evil plans for that. Should be fun. So a couple other notes on this. If you can get your graphics thing working, there's a really useful Google URL shortener, which will give you a QR code. So, for example, if you go to goo.gl, you just put in your URL, and then it shortens it, and then you can click on this QR code option to get a QR code for whatever you want, and it's not going to go through some like shady third-party website. It's going to go through a shady, huge company website, which, you know, whatever. But it'll give you like a little bit of traffic stats and stuff, I think. And yeah, so that's going to be useful if you're trying to test the QR code example. I'm going to check to see if there's any comments before I wrap this up. Maybe someone has like a flash of brilliance that we can use to get this running. Otherwise, I will update soon with a getting started tutorial that will show you how I kind of fixed this stuff and how the first couple of demos are gonna work. All right, okay. People say good luck, fantastic, thank you. Yeah, good luck to you too. I hope that if you get your hands on your own Maker Vidor 4000, which has a 15-day lead time right now, you'll share, you know, your own projects with what you build with it. I'd love to see some cool stuff built with this. Who's gonna have the first project on Hackster? We'll see. Have an awesome rest of your MCU Monday, and we'll talk to you soon. Ciao!